definition of marketing is the method in which a business connects with its customers. So that's finding out what it is they need, want and like by communicating with them, creating something to satisfy this, getting that something in front of them and delivering that something all in a profitable manner. This means advertising, product design, promotion, public relations, market research and branding, which are all parts of marketing. Marketing objectives link to organisational objectives by determining how the company will get their product to the customer, what image in the public eye the company wants to achieve, how the product is sold and how the company develops, which determines the organisational objectives like the number of units sold in the first year or per month, target turnover, company development including product development, product releases, rebranding, life cycle and other main goals of the business. A SWOT analysis is a structured planning tool for a business that allows it to analyse itself internally and externally by looking at its strengths and weaknesses, which are internal, opportunities and threats, which are external, and this allows the company to get a broad look at their operations and how effective and efficient they're being run. They can see what strengths they have and exploit those strengths further, what weaknesses the business is to work on and solve, and what external opportunities they could take and what external threats are of danger to them. A pestle analysis is a more in-depth look at various aspects of the business which are external, like political, economic, social, technological, legal and environmental. It takes each into consideration and asks the business what current factors will already be affecting them, for example political, which would include national laws and regulations, or technological, which could describe the public's consumption of modern technology, or what particular new innovative technology could be of use to them. It provides the business with an opportunity to plan for the future and manage itself strategically. Competitor analysis is a form of strategic management in which a business carries out an analysis of its current and potential competitors, analysing their strengths and their weaknesses to form a plan for the business itself. This lets businesses look broadly at threats from other companies, strengths and the opportunities available to them from the competition's weaknesses, which aids the formulation of a future plan, whether it's the release of a product or the management of a business itself. As consumers, our attention spans and levels of interest only last so long. As a product grows older, they eventually become outdated and appeal much less to the market at hand, so businesses have to find ways of revamping them. So this could be changing packaging, adding features, developing or completely rebranding the product. So its life cycle is a way for a business to look at the life of a product over a specific time frame relative to the product. It starts with the product launch and product growth to the point where the product meets maturity and then begins to decline and needs change or discontinued. It's at this point a company can plan in advance to either release a new product altogether, such as Apple do with upgrading the iPhone every 6 months, or alter the product like mentioned earlier. When the interest of the original product dies, the new product recaptures the market's interest to keep sales constantly rising. The marketing mix relates to the 4 Ps, which are product, price, place and promotion. These are different choices a company has to make when introducing a product to the market. It asks the company the whats, wheres, whys and whens regarding their marketing strategy. So what is the product and what does the consumer want from it? What should we charge for it and why? Where should we sell the product and what are the routes to market? How should we promote and advertise the product? These questions define the marketing mix and help the business to understand each of these aspects when bringing the product to the market. The development of local marketplace is what defines a business's endeavours to market itself to the local area in which it operates by applying the various attributes of its marketing mix with consideration to local consumers, businesses and competition, and even local stores themselves. It allows a business to formulate a plan targeted at groups of customers with a close radius of the business place and operation, which will raise awareness of the product or service at hand and gain the company access to market, which is right at their front door. This can help to boost the image of the company in the local community's eye, increase the customer's loyalty, raise awareness and gain interactivity with the local community through involvement, in which turn builds recognition. Often a company's target market is too broad for one single marketing strategy to target specifically. Segmentation is a marketing tool where the business divides a broad target market into smaller subcategories in which it can then produce specified marketing strategies to reach each category in relation to consumer needs. Some factors that affect the segmentation process are the measurability of the segment size, a clear and concise identification of the segment, how accessible the segment is and how appropriate the segment is to the company's resources and strategies. A target group is the secondary collective of people within the target market in which a company aims to sell its product or service to. A target group can be specified with a number of attributes. For example, the target audience for a company's sportswear line would be gym goals and fitness fanatics, and a target group for a particular item could be women between 20 and 30 years of age. It allows business owners to further refine their marketing strategies and develop further detailed plans to target a wider yet more specific range of people rather than a massive audience. Branding is the method of creating a recognisable image, be it through a name, a logo, a term, a sign, a symbol or a design, for people to identify a company and differentiate between them from other companies. So good branding results in people associating that brand with positive attributes like reliability, convenience, luxury, excitement, passion or friendliness. These positive aspects that are set off in the consumer's mind when perceiving a brand are what drives sales and encourage sales of a product or service through loyalty and trust. So bad branding can cause a company's product to fall, even if the product is excellent, since the consumers are associating a brand with negativity due to, for example, terrible customer service in the past. As Dyson, the product life cycle can be seen when looking at one of Dyson's most innovative products, the Airblade hand dryer. So the dryer was invented to improve an existing conventional hand dryer and save energy at the same time. It's a disruptive innovation, and a company like Dyson is always in competition with its rivals to improve and innovate. The unit was released to massive success, and for some time the product life cycle shows when the company introduced several other products to the Airblade range. So the Airblade is a type of product to gain hype due to its genius and novelty, so Dyson had to keep the momentum up. They not only improved on the original model by cutting down the noise of its mechanisms, but introduced the Tap Airblade, which is fitted to sinks, and the Airblade V, which is the sleeker and more compact model of the original. These new products and innovations re-established hype around the Airblade product and continued to floor sales. Dyson used segmentation of the market to target specific groups of people within their audience, notably due to the major separation of business and domestic customers. One segment they identified and specified as being large enough were pet owners, a segment within a domestic audience that required frequent use of the product due to pet hair problems and therefore were introduced to the Animal series, a lighter and durable Dyson with an accessory attached to the pickup area that scrapes up fur that has become stuck to carpet and upholstery. Dyson make excellent use of branding. The products are instantly recognisable and are a major part of the company's brand. They boast gadget-like appearances which display nearly every part of the device's mechanisms, often through clear plastic and cyclone shaping. This communicates Dyson's reputation for technological innovation and invention, one aspect of their brand which keeps customers interested and makes them associate their products with convenience and practicality. Dyson improved its brand name associations in 2002 by starting the James Dyson Foundation, which focuses on the support of design and engineering education for young people. This means consumers can associate the Dyson brand with trust, goodwill and support. Dyson's famous rivalry with competitor vacuum brand Hoover poses constant threat to the company, so they engage in competitor analysis. They must frequently implement competitor analysis techniques in order to properly implement its marketing strategies to full potential. So analysis allows the company to see what their competitors' strengths are, like Hoover's brand strength and customer loyalty, but also the weaknesses in technological innovation and inferior suction capability of their vacuum cleaners. This shows the business where the opportunities and threats are for each individual product and the company as a whole. There are different types of market research data that businesses can utilise for analysing their company. It comes in two formats, primary and secondary. Primary market research is data that has been compiled about customers' needs and buying habits directly from the customers themselves, often related to the business at hand. Example includes surveys, focus groups, street questioning and any other type of data collected in the field. Secondary market research data is simply the same type of data but it's already been gathered, such as demographic data available online, census data, public income relative to the area or sales figures from other companies. This kind of information shows a business exactly what their market are doing, how they consume, what they consume, their behaviour, location, interests, trends and preferences, so a company can tailor their business model to suit the consumer's habits. Internal market research means information gathered from within the company, so this includes regular sales reports broken down into sectors such as geographical area or a particular product type, financial information or competitor information collected by the sales team. It allows a business to see how effectively it's running and how to adjust its marketing to maximise sales. External sources of market research come from out with the company and analyse the marketing environment the business finds itself in, such as competitors and the buyer's profiles. Some examples include government databases and other secondary research figures, industry publications and trade association data. The two main approaches to market research are quantitative and qualitative. Qualitative research is of higher detail and looks at the particular behaviour of customers, so their attitudes and their beliefs. Methods of gathering this data include focus groups and personal interviews, which, while providing a business with an excellent insight into their customers' minds, it's time-consuming and it's expensive. Quantitative research focuses on larger quantity of less detailed research and is usually in numerical format. For example, 80% of customers said they would try the product, 25% they would buy it if it was cheaper, etc. Methods of obtaining this kind of research include online and paper surveys, telephone surveys and face-to-face surveys. Sampling involves the business precisely selecting a small group of the population to conduct research on who represents the greater population. This allows a business to test various marketing methods and other activities on a group of people whose responses represent that of a much larger market of people, which would be far too time consuming and frankly impossible to study. For Dyson, one of the most relative market research tools would be field trials, where the company trials a new product in a specified stores and observes customers' responses under real-life selling conditions. Dyson is a huge market, therefore mass producing a new product before it's been tested in the field could be incredibly costly for the company. Focus groups would be also a benefit to the business greatly, as they could gather a small number of varied but specific market types, such as domestic homeowners with children to professional cleaners and corporations, to gain a much more detailed insight on people's cleaning habits, and it could also offer insights for product innovation.